This week on Goofing Off, Chris talks about cars, technically.
Kyle gets animated on Animate.
All this and more on Goofing Off. Welcome back to Goofing Off. I'm Kyla Wilfred.
And I'm Dominic Frame.
Hey Dom, have you ever wondered what it'd be like for someone to kidnap you and keep you in a bunker for 15 years claiming that the apocalypse was coming?
No, I can't say the thoughts ever crossed my mind.
Really? Oh, I thought that was a normal thing. Well, that's what happened to the protagonist in my show on Goof and Chill, coming up right now. Hello, and welcome to Goof and Chill. I'm Kyla Wilfred. Today, I found another awesome Netflix series, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. The show starts in a bunker underneath a small town in Indiana. There are 4 girls stuck in the bunker after the reverend of the town kidnapped them. After 15 years, they are found by a psychic pig in the FBI and finally get to see sunlight again. They become referred to as the Mole Women on the news and even end up in New York to be on talk shows. One of them, Kimmy, decides she doesn't want to go back to Durnsville, Indiana, and she decides to stay in New York and try to live her life there. She meets a strange lady, Lillian, who allows her to live in the basement with a gay black man who wants to be an actor named Titus Andromedon. Kimmy also gets a job as a babysitter for a rich family. The son wants to be a supervillain, Buckley, the mom, who can only really be a trophy wife, Jacqueline, and a stepdaughter, Xanthippe, and of course the dad, who's never home as fancy business fathers tend to be on TV shows. The show is how all of these characters survive in New York. Kimmy, being the main point, has issues adjusting to the new tech as well as lingo. Some of the things that occur in the show are Kimmy getting her GED or having her first kiss and date. I got into the show after a roommate decided to watch a few episodes while we were eating dinner. I genuinely thought the show was going to be a basic sitcom where a normal girl has to live in New York City, like New Girl or The Mindy Project. This show is off the wall. There are parts of the show that come out of nowhere. There's a point in a trial where the actors are parodying the lawyers in the O.J. Simpson trial. Another difference in the show and normal sitcoms is the episodes tend to tie over. Something that happens at the end of the episode sets up the story for the next episode. For instance, a character with PTSD mentions that Kimmy cannot make up the Christmases she lost, and then the next episode she tries to prove him wrong by having a fake Christmas. The show has a fun few faces in it. Kimmy is played by Ellie Kemper, who is in 21 Jump Street as Miss Griggs, and in The Office as Erin Hannon. Lillian is played by Carol Kane, who I know best as Valerie from The Princess Bride. Jacqueline is played by Jane Karofsky, who was in 30 Rock as Jenna Maroney. The writer and executive producer of this show is Tina Fey, who also wrote Mean Girls. She also plays a few parts in the show. The show is 2 seasons long, each with 13 half-hour-long episodes. A total of 26 episodes, with 13 more in Season 3 coming out on May 19th. Well, that's all I have for you today. Be sure to tweet at ZTV Goofing Off with the hashtag GoofandChill, and let me know what you think of the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Until next time, I'm Kyla Wilfred. Enjoy Netflix searching.
So, it's called Shoe, but it's not like a shoe?
So it has nothing to do with a soul?
I think, no, it's about birds? Maybe?
Well, I can't make a pun about that. This is awkward.
Ugh, that was a good one. Coming up is Games on a Budget.
Did my pun amuse you?
Honestly, it was excellent. Hi everybody, I'm Dominic Ferlamity, and this is Games on a Budget. Today, I'll be looking at a stylish indie platformer called Shoe. One day, a terrible storm destroys Shoe's village, forcing him and all of the other villagers to run for their lives. You control Shoe as he searches for the other stranded villagers and a way to stop the ever-approaching storm. That's all there is to the story, and every bit of it is lovingly crafted and incredibly enjoyable to play. Shu is a 2.5D platformer, meaning it uses both 2- and 3-dimensional aspects. The actual levels are 3-dimensional, and are so thoroughly developed the amount of thought put into this world really shows. There are 5 zones in total, spanning from a deep jungle to ancient ruins, and each level is elaborately designed so you never feel like you're visiting the same place twice. The art of the levels blend in perfectly with the hand-drawn, 2-dimensional aspects of the game. Each of the villagers you save has a unique look and personality, and the artful depiction of the storm is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. When the game flashes the word run and that toothy maw starts moving towards you, you want to run. In addition to the fantastic visuals and soundtrack, Shu's gameplay is incredibly smooth. The controls are just responsive and fun. Shu himself is only able to run, jump, and glide, but as you rescue villagers, they'll each help you out with their own unique song, giving Shu extra abilities for as long as they're at his side. Every zone has 2 villagers to save, making the gameplay for each incredibly unique. In one zone, you're given the abilities to walk on water and wall jump, and in another, you can control wooden platforms and double jump. You're given just enough time to mess around with your new abilities to use them when the storm inevitably arrives and you have to run for your life. When you're not trying to outrun the end of the world, you're given a moderate amount of freedom to explore. Little butterflies are the coins of this game, and you're given a medal at the end of each level for the amount you're able to collect. In addition to the butterflies, there are collectibles in the form of hatchlings hidden about, and you're rewarded with a relic should you collect them all. Shu is a relatively short game, even if you take the time to collect everything. Fortunately, its responsive controls and fast-paced nature make its time trials incredibly satisfying. There are also leaderboards for the best times of each level, if you want to compare your speed runs with the others who have beaten the game. Shu was developed by Coatsink and Secret Lunch, and can be found on Steam for only $11.99. Know of any good cheap games? Like what I had for you today? Be sure to tweet at ZTV Goofing Off using the hashtag GOAB. Until next time, I'm Dominic for Shuli, keeping your wallets full with games on a budget. Well, looks like this is my stop. We'll be right back after a short break.
If you like what you see here on Goofing Off, be sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter.
One. We should totally stream Breath of the Wild for 12 hours.
Make it 24 hours.
I'm gonna need some help.
What sort of Zelda emergency do you need us to help take care of?
Gentlemen, I have an important mission for you. The 3 of you, representing power, wisdom, and courage, I need you to live stream The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for 24 hours in order to see who is the true hero of Hyrule.
It's not happening. I have a life. I can't just sit down and play video
I
games
broke
for
my
24
leg.
hours.
I think I need to go to the hospital.
Some kind of
Cameron
nerd
doesn't even know
go.
what Zelda is.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a new semester of Lights, Camera, Akron. I'm Brooke McKivergan.
And I'm Matt Barnhart, and we will be your hosts for this semester.
Our team of reporters will be bringing you the latest and greatest stories on and off campus all semester long.
Join us every day at 7, 11:30 a.m., and 3:30 and 8 p.m. on channel 45-1. You can also check us out on our social media. We look forward to spending this semester with you.
Right here on Lights, Camera, Akron, only on ZTV.
I still dabbed. She lied.
Okay, pencils down. Matt, what do you have for me? A comic. Classic. And Clayton? A meme. I love it. It's an emerging form of sketch comedy. Chris?
It's a partial sketch?
Okay, moving on. Sage, what do you have? Oh, why did you draw that? Okay, and Kylie? Kylie, I'm disappointed in you. Why didn't you draw anything? What are those, words? It looks like a script.
Emily, I think you have the wrong idea here. We're supposed to be making comedy sketches.
That's what we did, funny drawings.
Not like that, like skits, video skits that are comedic in nature.
Oh. Can we do that?
Of course we can. We can do anything on Akron After Hours.
Except that, Sage. I know we still can't do that.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
You're watching ZTV.
I want a robot horse.
Robot horse.
Yeah, 10,000 years from now, when all the animals are robots.
Tom, is the heat getting to you? Do you need a glass of water?
Yeah, thank you. While we were doing that, though, let's check out Mike covering Horizon Zero Dawn.
Hey everybody, I'm Mainstream Mike, your captain of the gaming mainstream. And with the release of Far Cry Primal... Wait, you're saying it's not Far Cry Primal? That actually came out a year ago? And you're saying that Horizon Zero Dawn just looks like Far Cry Primal but is better in all aspects? Huh. Can't argue with that. Yes, it's finally here. The much-anticipated Horizon Zero Dawn, which sold 6 million copies worldwide, has arrived. Welcome to a dystopian future where it seems humanity has reverted back to its primal state. Okay, yes, this game holds a similar feel to it for those who have played Far Cry Primal, but don't get it confused. This game is a lot better. We begin with young Aloy, an orphaned outcast who locates an advanced communications and analysis device, and it holds the keys to unlocking the mystery. Using her newfound tool, known as a focus, you can tap into techno artifacts and learn more about the past.
Lights everywhere.
This game and its story is downright enticing. It's a mystery to find the answers of what happened 1,000 years ago, and really drives both the game and player forward. The combat is devilishly fun, with a slight variety of bombs, arrows, and spears. You will also be taking down human enemies, as well as robotic animals. Oh, and by the way, once you reach a certain point in the game, you gain the ability to hack in and control the animals as well. And this skill gets leveled up over time. If I had a gripe with this game, it would be that the combat upgrade screen is way too much like Far Cry Primal, and feels a little bare bones. The development for Aloy, as well as the other characters you come across, is done extremely well. But by far the biggest prop to this game has to be the blending of both the nature aspect and technological one, immersing the player in a world and keeping them there, never letting you forget the setting. Also of note are the breathtaking designs for the electric animals or robot dinosaurs.
Beasts of air, water, earth, and steel.
Surprisingly enough, Horizon Zero Dawn was made by Guerrilla Games, most commonly known for the Killzone franchise. But the reviews are in, and the people agree. Guerrilla Games has delivered one of the best PlayStation 4 exclusives of all time. So my final verdict of Horizon Zero Dawn is an 8 out of 10. It's definitely worth playing, and it's a primal thrill ride for all to enjoy. So what did you guys think? Did you agree or disagree? Be sure to let me know by tweeting me at ZTV Goofing Off using the hashtag mainstream. So until next time, I'm Mainstream Mike saying, I'm off to go hunt me some more deer. See you later, guys.
So Kyle's anime is about memory loss, college, and Paris. That's a weird combo to me.
Sounds like a fun vacation.
I don't mind memory loss, a fun vacation, but Paris is supposed to be the city of love.
A college love story in Paris where you forget everything? Sign me up.
Well, let's find out more about Golden Time next with Kyle on Animate.
Hello anime fans, I'm Kyle Glockner, and thank you for taking a golden opportunity to watch this episode of Animate. No matter what sort of genre you're into, anime has you covered. Do you like sci-fi action? There's an anime for that. Do you like giant robots throwing galaxies at each other? There's an anime for that. Do you like anime with girls who are various creatures from mythos and lore? You bet there's an anime for that. But the anime we're talking about today isn't any of those, unless you consider college kids mythical creatures. This is the rom-com Golden Time. Golden Time is about college freshman Tada Banri as he arrives for his first day of law school. He gets lost on his way there, but eventually finds his way to school, where he meets Kagakoko, a girl who immediately slaps his friend with a bouquet of roses and declares that she came to college solely to chase after him. My genuine first impression was that this show was just going to be another run-of-the-mill rom-com with a bunch of character tropes copy and pasted across the cast of characters, but it's actually a lot more than that. We quickly learned that Banri had an accident that caused him to lose his memories to the point where he only has memories of the past year. It's a dynamic that's thrown around a lot in anime, but its use in this setting is unique in my opinion. As we get further into the series, Banri starts to suffer relapses where he suddenly regains all his memories and doesn't know where he is or who he's with at the time. We also meet the spirit of Banri's past self, who actively tries to ruin Banri's life for not living the life that he wanted, from making it rain during a festival to nearly killing them in a car accident. This also puts a heavy strain on Banri's relationships with his friends and his girlfriend Coco. Sometimes he acts impulsively on instincts that he had before he lost his memories, and when he meets the girl he used to be in love with before he lost his memories, things start to get tense. While the show mainly focuses on Banri and Coco, you'll find that most shows like this are only as good as the supporting cast. Our cast consists of Banri and Coco, plus the guy Banri met on their first day, Mitsuo, their other friend, Sato, a girl from the film club Oka, and Linda, who has a connection with Banri's past. Every interaction between the characters adds something to the story. There's no point that the show feels like it's trying to push character interaction too hard. It all flows naturally, which makes this group feel like they could actually be a friend group in real life. But if I'm being honest, the best part of the series is, unsurprisingly, the main focus of Banri and Coco's relationship. It takes about 6 episodes to begin, and from there we watch as their relationship grows and develops. The relationship goes through almost every stage any romantic relationship goes through, and it's surprisingly real for an anime. If we're being honest, many relationships in anime just feel fake. They feel like they're part of a show and don't extend past the screen. Banri and Coco's relationship in Golden Time feels like it goes past that barrier. I feel like they could actually exist as a couple in real life, and that's what a show like this needs. When the relationship is more believable, it makes you want it to work that much more. Neither of them are perfect, but we see as they work through their problems like an actual couple, not just some anime characters. But the show really separates itself from similar titles with the psychological questions it asks. As we watch the show, we see Banri struggle to figure out who he really is. Is he the current Banri that has 1 year's worth of memories, or is he the Banri that existed for 18 years? This question traumatizes Banri as he constantly struggles with random nights where he regains his memories and has no clue where he is, and looking at people he used to know as total strangers. I mean, what would you do if you woke up one morning and didn't know who you were? Would you try to go back to your former self, or would you live a new life with new experiences to shape you as a person? There aren't many romantic comedies that get this deep psychologically, and that's what makes Golden Time so special. Golden Time was produced by JC Staff and directed by Chiaki Kon, while the novel series was written by Yuyuko Takemiya and illustrated by Eiji Komatsu. If I haven't convinced you yet to check out this show, then head on over to crunchyroll.com/goldentime to have yourself a golden time. That's all I have for this week, but remember to tweet at ZTV Goofing Off using the hashtag Animate in order to leave your thoughts or suggested future coverage. Until then, I'm Kyle Glockner, and I'll see you next time on Animate.
Huh?
What?
We'll be right back.
Oh.
If you like what you see here on Goofing Off, be sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
You're watching ZTV.
So Dom, I have a confession to make. I know nothing about cars.
I know they have wheels, maybe.
They have like 5?
The engine could be run by hamsters for all I know. Luckily, Chris knows a lot more than us.
That's true. Here's Chris with Technically Speaking.
What's going on, fellow goofs? I'm Chris Lewis, and this is Technically Speaking. Nothing is more iconic in American culture than the car. Cars like the Batmobile, the DeLorean, and the Mystery Machine draw back nostalgic memories to our childhood. And even as adults, we form an emotional bond to our vehicles. No matter if our car is a pristine new whip or a rusted out junker, we love them. But unfortunately, my first car just died last week, and her name was Betty, and she was a beautiful old Honda Civic with a little bit of rust around the wheel wells. I'll miss you, Betty. But enough of whining about my past tragedies. It's time to look forward to the future, and nothing showcases the future of automotives quite like the car shows. And since we are coming to the end of the auto show season, I'm here with my top 4 takeaways, starting out with number 4. 2017 Ford GT in all its beauty. This masterpiece of American craftsmanship puts out a whopping 647 horsepower and 550 foot-pounds of torque. And this is all done with a 3.5-liter V6 EcoBoost engine, unlike its predecessor, which had a V8. The power-to-weight ratio is also impressive, with the GT weighing in at a slim 2,890 pounds. The Ford GT was originally designed in 1966 to beat Ferrari at Le Mans, and this GT was designed to tear it up at this year's Le Mans in June. On to number 3. Last year, mid-size sedans suffered a 10% drop in sales, largely due to the falling gas prices, allowing people to afford the gas mileage on SUVs and trucks. However, at this year's auto show, sedans attempted their last stand. The Toyota Camry is leading this charge against extinction by getting a sportier facelift, as well as a modernized interior with an edgier feel. Not only did it get improved looks, but also got tweaked performance with a new 3.5-liter V6 engine. And Jack Hollis, Group Vice President for Marketing for Toyota Motor Sales of USA, has been talking up the Camry by saying the popular family car will be number 1 again. I think it will be an interesting storyline to follow this year into next. That brings us to number 2. Luxury is king this year, and as I mentioned earlier, SUV, crossover, and truck sales have benefited greatly in the past year, and manufacturers took notice. Even Kia got involved in appealing to luxury markets with the 2018 Stinger concept. However, 3 SUVs that caught the most attention was the BMW X2, Audi Q8, and the return of the infamous Ford Bronco. These full-size luxury vehicles are a response to the market shifting to a more enjoyable driving experience. I'm not much of a fan of SUVs, but to be honest, these are pretty. I love the look of the Beamer X2. The front bumper has excellent vents that give it a bold look, and it pairs nicely with the classic BMW grille. The Q8, like the X2, has a strong front grille design, which sits atop a 333 horsepower turbocharged 3.0-liter V6. Now, the announcement that surprised me the most was the return of the Bronco. For those that don't know, O.J. Simpson fled from the police in his very own Bronco in 1994, and Ford coincidentally halted production in 1996. I'm just curious of whether or not they'll offer it in white. Last but not least, the winner of the auto show were the geeks. That's right, folks, us goofs won the day with our exciting new tech. Almost every major auto company, from high scale like Mercedes with the F015 to Nissan with the V-Motion 2.0, has designed their own autonomous car. It was a given that these were going to be the biggest attraction, with new autonomous capabilities revolutionizing our commute experience. However, in my opinion, the best car to be announced was the Volkswagen ID Buzz. It is a fully autonomous hippie bus. Are you kidding me? This car was made for me. I promise you, once it becomes available for purchase in 2020, fingers crossed, it will be mine. It's such a good looking Zenmobile, And did I mention it's fully electronic? I need it. I look forward to the development of all these cars, and hopefully most of them will make it into production. What cars impressed you at this year's auto show? And of the ones I talked about, which would you like to drive the most? Let me know by commenting or tweeting at ZTV Goofing Off using the hashtag GoofTech. I'm Chris Lewis. This was Technically Speaking. And stay goof, Akron.
So many fun and exciting things have been happening in the game and movie world, from Kong and Logan to Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild.
Honestly, my life has just been consumed by Breath of the Wild. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
Well, good. I'm glad everyone really seems to be enjoying it.
I haven't slept. I can't stop playing. Help me, Mikaela.
Well, I think that's all we have time for today. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube account for extra content. I'm Mikaela Wilfred.
And I'm Dominic.
Thank you for taking the time to goof off with us.
Oh, I didn't. I gotta take a selfie with that, actually. The best part is when you take a selfie and it logs it into like the settings of all the things in the game, and then it's just permanently like, this is a sword, but no, it's actually Link's selfie. Ha. Right.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. To find out how you can make Emmy-winning media, visit the UA School of Communication online. ZTV. Make media. Make a difference.